All right. What's up, friends? So, just gonna dive into it. Everybody's here. Um, everybody's backstage. Gonna do a little roll call with you guys, real fast. We got a lot of people in here. A lot of the cameraman crew people in here. Littlefoot's grandma, welcome. MT, Mike is backstage. That's me. Val, welcome. Stump Jumper. Bob, Jim, welcome, guys. Mark, Mark, good to see you. Audrey's Journey, glad you made it. Bigfoot Guy, welcome. The legendary Linda G. Pat, welcome. Sally Joe, good to see you. All right. Well, I lost you. Maryland Squatch Watcher, welcome, buddy. And Manny Moran. All right, guys, if I missed anybody, I apologize. I think I have everybody up in there. Some people might trickle in as we go. Bob, welcome. I don't know if I said hi to you yet, but welcome in. Browndorf's having a little bit of technical issues, but he's going to try and come up here and hang out and help me kind of guide the ship. And yeah, so as you know, we keep it light here. We keep it very, very chill. It's not like your generic interview. So if you guys have questions, I guess put them in all caps, whatever, it don't matter. But I'm going to I'll highlight the question that we're going on. I might just skip through a bunch of people. Like if somebody's talking, I might go through and hit a couple as we go. But yeah, regardless, it's very chat interactive. So don't feel like you got to wait till the end to interact. All right. We want to keep it light and organic. That's the word, organic. Right. Let's pull them up. All right. Let's hope this works for you.
Yeah, what's up, Mike? How about now? We'll give it a shot. I know it was acting sketchy earlier this morning, my service, and we'll see now. It was acting a little squirrely earlier too, so.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm gonna pull these guys in. Let's add them up. Yep.
Hey, what's up?
Hello.
Look at that.
What's up?
Oh, 5.
Wow, Mike pulled some ninjas together tonight.
Yeah, it's almost the Brady Bunch.
I didn't do it. I didn't do anything. Jack was like, "Hey, there's gonna be rain tonight, so we're stuck indoors." I was like, "All right."
Let's do it.
Trapper's circling. The circle of death.
Yep, there it is.
Coming through the portal.
Hey, that's like him.
So guys, I was just telling the chat, kind of like for those who don't really, for people who are new here or whatever, like we keep it kind of organic and light, and it's not like your basic interview where like we just ask you a bunch of questions. I want everyone to be interactive in the chat and feel involved and get to know you guys. So let's just oh shit, it's doing it again. All right, we're just gonna deal with it, bro. We're just gonna deal with it.
Yeah, no.
All right. I'm not gonna address it every time it happens. So it looks like it just pops you out and pops you back in. So whatever. So let's just assume that. I mean, I don't know a lot about you guys. I don't. I mean, I talked to you, but offline and stuff. But let's just assume nobody knows nothing about you, and like we'll go from there. Because I know there's a lot of people in here that follow you all the time, but we want to get to know you guys and whatever. You get my drift, I think, right?
Family. Become family. I love it.
Yeah. Well, it's an honor to have you guys here. I really appreciate your time.
It's an honor to be here. Trapper, you got to turn back on your screen.
Yeah, I'm trying. It's not coming up.
He's a talking trail.
It's all right. If you don't want to, don't feel obligated, bro. Seriously. Don't feel obligated. Feel comfortable if you guys smoke, whatever. Just, we're very relaxed here. There's nothing, nothing serious to worry about. So
I love it.
Yeah, I like MT's pipe. It's got a pipe and everything and the nice chair.
And
Mike
my
said
cat ruined it, but it's all right.
Most laid back guy I know.
Yeah. He was the first one to come in. He was and thank you for your service, Mike.
You
By
too,
the way,
bro.
thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Thank you. Uh-oh. Beep. Beep. He'll be
that
back.
UFO. It's that UFO, dwarf.
What was that?
It's the UFO.
Aha, yeah, right. They're probably outside tapping in.
Yeah.
They know that we've seen them. There's Trapper. Welcome back,
Yeah.
Trap.
Yeah, thanks.
Trapper always drifts away from the group. He goes at a walkie-talkie distance.
That's a cool name, man. Trapper. It seems like trap is a big word these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
a trapper,
especially in
too.
the streets and all that too, man. It's funny,
Oh, yeah?
but it's cool.
Yeah,
I get it.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Hello,
It's
everyone.
Linda.
in chat.
Hey, hello, everyone. Sally Joe.
Yeah.
What's up, everyone?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm just kind of going
Yeah, I'm
backwards.
checking it out.
Bigfoot. Yeah.
All right, guys. So, yeah, I don't even know where to begin, to be honest with you. So, if one of you guys want to get started, or maybe like, I really don't even know where to begin. This isn't my bread and butter, so I'm like kind of stuck on stupid. But
Yeah, that's all right. I'll begin for you. How about that?
all right, that works. Thank
All
you.
right. Welcome to the channel, everybody. Glad everybody made it.
That'll work.
I was just telling Mike today that we got to get up there, that we're headed his way this year, Trap. Mike, if you
Yeah.
want to come along, that'd be
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
Definitely.
And I know Tin Man's back. I know he's game.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's on, but he had to go do a concert thing tonight, so he'll be back, fully back shortly.
And where you at, cameraman?
I'm in Ohio, Northeast Ohio.
Wow. All right. Right on.
Yeah, we're about 2 hours away from the PA border.
Okay. And Trapper also?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Because I know MT's out there, right?
Yeah, we're all relatively close.
Cool.
Yeah, and it's not like we all knew each other at the beginning. We were all subscribers. Even me, I was a subscriber to my own channel. I was, you know what I'm saying, watching myself. And then I said this before. Trapper, he sent me an email and he said, "Hey man, you need my help." And I said, "I do need your help."
Yeah.
And had him out. Yeah, so everybody that's on the team, guys, they were all subscribers. So it was like we were all subscribers and we didn't know each other.
Trip out. Yeah, no, that's cool, man. Especially if you guys get along. Yeah, it's a good thing. I think when people get together like that, and especially if you form a team, even better, man. It's cool to be able to bounce off each other, man.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
when you get a chance, you got to see it. It's amazing because they go out at night and like it's like they go out as a team and they all film separately, but like they don't go too far from each other and they would stay in walkie-talkie range. Usually one of them goes live at least. Like it's really interesting. Like I enjoy it personally. Like when I go out with somebody, like I enjoy like seeing their point of view. Like I don't know. Like when I go out, like I don't really care to watch my own stuff. Really, if I do, I watch it on mute because I definitely don't want to hear myself. You know what I mean?
And that's how you get better, though.
So, guys, real quick, for anybody in here, this StreamYard is not caught up with YouTube's new emojis. So if you send a person that's turquoise waving, like. That's what you're gonna see. So.
Yeah, I see.
Read it, we can't see it.
What's up, John? Brother John in Portugal.
Yeah, so lately we just been doing the claims. I just got back from another claim today, which is going to be awesome for us. And and I'll usually go in, first. Sometimes, Trapper will come with me or Mike will come in for the first one, to meet people, do a little walk through their land and see what's going on. I'll hit the people with a bunch of questions. I'll be like, hey, was it a bear, a horse? Was it deer, coyote? And they'll give me, I'm not that dumb, man. It wasn't a bear, it wasn't a deer. And I'll be like, okay. And then I'll do my little walkthrough, get the feel of the place, see if I can see any footprints. I won't do a hunt, by myself, but I'll just go get the feel of the place. And that's what we're doing now is claims, and we're letting the woods dry out. And because, we got some steep ravines to climb, and they get slippery.
Yeah, I hear a lot. There's parts of Ohio that has a lot of hills and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And it could get dangerous out there. So until summer starts, early summer, we hit these claims. People will put out messages or advertising to get a hold of us if you want us to come check out your claim. And usually the spring, it's booming.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool that you do that. I've heard of some guys and even some well-known call them investigators or whatever that have done that will put out like in certain communities or something like a post and basically asking if there's been activity or anyone have any encounters, and I guess they get some feedback. So that's cool. You guys are getting some feedback, huh?
Yeah. And
Wow.
we've made a lot of friends with park rangers and sheriffs and, just your police officers, which is nice because we'll bump into them and they'll be like, hey, we just got a call from a lady that said that she's seen something and there was a UFO too. So that was one of them. That was pretty cool. He's all like, we went out there and was all like, what are we going to do about the UFO? She's like, I don't know, but I've seen it. And,
Wow.
they'll pass it on to us. They'll be like, hey, you guys want to check this out? That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I do that with another group. Like I run in a few circles, to say the least. So one of them is a team called New York Bigfoot Society, and we have guys in regions basically all around New York, and I'm in the south, basically like the southern part, and I don't get a lot, I don't get a lot. So it's pretty easy for me, but it's cool, I guess, to have somebody call you and just say it's interesting because there's so many different reactions, right? Like you don't, I don't know, like maybe you could talk about that. Like, I don't know if you want to talk about people's, information or not, but
I won't say no names or anything, but
yeah.
I can tell you a lot about their properties.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine some people are very upset that something's there. I imagine some people are kind of excited, right? You never know what you're going to get from the reaction.
Yeah, that last one that we went on, where the guy said the trees were uprooted, he really wanted to know what was going on, don't you think, Trap? Mike?
Yeah, he was really concerned, a little bit nervous, a little bit scared.
Especially after he told us the story about his dog, and being that dog was scared, he probably really, that probably bothered him too.
Yeah.
It's a big
And
old dog, man.
Yeah, big, what was it?
English Mastiff.
Yeah, Mastiff.
Wow.
This dog put its paws on my shoulder and its head was above mine. This dog, stretched out, was about 7 feet tall.
That's wild.
And
it's a big dog.
He said, he said that the dog would go after bear. When that bear came through, the dog would go after bear and no problem. But whatever this was, the dog whimpered and went inside.
Uh-huh.
So,
and so what do you
guys? It's amazing. Interesting how dogs.
Excuse me.
What was that?
Oh, you're good.
What are you thinking in that case? So you're thinking of possible cryptid or Sasquatch activity there, or have you guys been able to pinpoint what's going on there, or you guys in the process of figuring that out, or?
Yeah, we went out during the day and we did a little live thing, just set up in a little area to see what was going on. We found a lot of prints. well, Trapper found a lot of prints.
Yeah, there's a lot of
They
them
were
out
all different sizes, right?
there. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And
One thing I noticed too with that is, I haven't been going on too many hunts or adventures with you guys. It hasn't been that long, and the places that I've gone, we've seen something, maybe a print here or there, but that place when we were there, I really felt like there is a bunch or a family even of Sasquatches there. It was like the first time I could just feel it, like I could just tell.
Nice. That's
right. And then
Yeah, and I think
of the community in our community, we put out a video, and the community will pick through it. I'm so surprised, and it's such a blessing to have that, because they'll see stuff that we haven't even seen.
yeah, man.
Right.
If you treat your subscribers right, like I watch some people and they just like ignore it, man. Like, and I know you guys have done a lot. Like, you guys have done a lot for them, like the people who like want to find it. Like, you've created a chat and like a Facebook page and like a lot of things, and I respect the hell out of you for that. So I'm sorry to jump in, but I just wanted to say that, because I watch people crap on their subscribers like they're just supposed to be there, like they take it for granted. They're supposed to do that,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
but
and
I
we
respect
try
that.
to keep a really good, safe, drama-free community.
Yeah.
And we, of course, you're going to have riffraff come in, but we try to handle it. Give them a chance. We'll say, hey, look, this is not what we're about. My biggest thing is there's no right or wrong answer to this. So, man, if you believe something, give it to me, because it might be open my eyes to something. I don't know everything, because I don't have a Bigfoot on a table, where I can go, yep, this is what they do, and I have no science behind it. I can only tell you what we've ran into.
Exactly. And I say that all the time
Bigfoot,
too. Like,
go ahead, Mike.
no, I that rang up, it struck a chord, because I say the same thing. Even if I know something, like, or I figure something out, like I'll say like I don't know if that's across the board. I call it blanket statements. I won't make blanket statements that cover everything, because I don't know. Like,
Right.
I just don't know.
Yeah. That's the same with me. All I really consider it is like my passion, the things I've done. I just want to document it and show the interaction, show what happened. I'm not there to try to say this is what it is all the time. This is what it's going to be. That's just, I document the experiences and show it.
Right.
I guess that's another reason we started we started like a second channel, the Unknown Outdoors. We started that one. A lot of people wanted to know what I was seeing when I separated from Jack. So I had to do something. So I started filming, because a lot of people had a lot of questions. Well, what's Trapper seeing out there? That's the reason that we started that other channel.
Yeah, and the biggest thing was
Nice.
you had your interaction with one. And man, if he could have had a camera with him, oh God.
If I was filming that time, I wasn't filming then. We didn't have that other channel going.
So you had like what they considered a Class A encounter or something, or?
Well, Jack, yeah, I guess I did.
Wow.
I don't remember much of it. I was kind of like, I don't know, in a trance kind of thing. But Jack says I was even talking to it. I wasn't very far from it. It was in a thicket. Yeah, it was like in a thicket.
Yeah.
And all I remember is its head, and it was peeking through the bushes or the thicket. It was in the middle of last summer, so the leaves were out and stuff. And I don't remember much of it, but Jack says I was even talking to it.
Oh yeah, it was on a live stream. He was like, its face is so beautiful.
Oh, I love it. I love it, man. I love it. I've been in those moments.
Yeah.
That to me was scary. A lot of things.
Well, you gotta, when you sit back and think about it though, like if it was that close to you, and it had that's the imprint it made on you, like, and then you walked out of there. You know what I mean? So it is scary. It is scary. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, like when I look at it as a whole, it's like, well, we're all here talking about it, you know what I mean? So how, I don't like to downplay it and make it sound like it wasn't scared or like something didn't happen that was like, but
Right.
you got to look at different perceptions. Like attacked for somebody isn't attacked for somebody else. Like, so if they throw a rock at me, I might perceive it as playful. And then like the next person might perceive it as like, well, that was kind of threatening. Another person will come back and be like, they tried to take my head off, and like, so it's, you got my drift, right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I think that comes with like I guess some people could have that naturally, but I think I personally developed it after a while, just having to live out where I live. You just kind of, because there's wildlife around too, so you got to be aware of that, and then just being aware of, like me personally, of what else is out there. Is like, okay, yeah, they're out here, and I'm living out here, so I gotta come to a point and be cool with this,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Once you're in, you're in. There's no getting out.
No.
Right.
Like it's like once. Yeah, it's weird. It's like once you cross over that line, it's like it's irreversible.
Right.
It's wild. Somebody, Val SWPA says, "What is the Spirit Box / app you guys use? Do you find it helpful?" She finds it eerie.
Yeah, the Spirit Box. It's called the Spirit Talker. It's modeled after the Ovilus device.
Okay.
It basically gives a database of words to be interacted with sensors on the phone, and it's shown to work with spiritual energy, and it seems like whether there's some kind of connection to where we're at and maybe spiritual energy, or somehow if whatever's there can somehow still manipulate it. There's some we're kind of testing that out, I guess you could say, but it's a really cool device. I like it because it's an audible, like it's something that everybody can hear and get an idea of what's going on without you having to read it and relay it to them.
Yeah, you have to do some things like that. Like I found that out along the way. Like I can only say and tell you that I'm feeling something, or I'm feeling an energy, or I heard something, that might not have been picked up on the camera. So these things bring it home for people the viewers, like the multimeter is one. Like you said, the Spirit Box. The Spirit Box, like you said, sometimes it's being manipulated by something. I've used it. Like I've used different ones. I've used the Necrophonic app, maybe it's called. And then like I've used like the actual physical ones, that are actual Spirit Boxes. And sometimes I could tell it's being used by something, and other times I could tell it's just cycling through radio stations.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? It's not. I'm like, all right, this is not doing nothing, And then this is another good one. Like I think so. Anyway, the REM pod.
Yeah.
It's this one's kind of fun too, which I need batteries for it, but I'm gonna try to start bringing this back out.
Yeah, I have one of those. That's a great tool, man. That's a great tool.
Yeah, we take that out a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so then.
Yeah, that Spirit Talker that I use, just wanted to say, like, the reason why I use it, because there's a lot of options. But I've had multiple replies, and everything I did is all documented from the places I've gone. I've had many replies on that Spirit Talker, and then after I listen to audio recordings, I've captured EVPs that will say the exact same thing that came across the Spirit Talker. So to me, that just kept adding more and more reasons why I trust it and why I keep using it.
Gotcha. Yeah, we had one that was using Latin words, and I was like, man, this app, I'm like, it's just hearing what we're talking about, and it's like an app that's listening to what we say, kind of like Facebook. Like you're like, oh, I don't know, race car, and then next thing you know, like later that day, you're getting race car, like sales and like or see cars in your in your ads and like all this crap, and it's like, wow, like this thing was listening to me. But so we reached out and talked to the support, and they were like, no, like it's not one of those apps or whatever, and no, it doesn't have Latin words at all. It shouldn't be saying Latin words, period.
Yeah.
There's nothing put in the database at all, so it was interesting.
And that one I used, just to add to that, I contacted them. I looked up information about it, because I had questions, and it doesn't have access to your microphone, so it doesn't hear anything you're saying to use that. Just some people ask that too, but yeah, that spirit talker doesn't access your microphone, so it's not listening to you to say things you hear or that you've said.
Sure. Yeah. I just had to make sure, like, I was skeptical at first, like, so I wanted to make sure I wasn't getting punked by some, like, free app that was looking to make money off ads,
Right.
So, anyway, yeah. So, Strangeland says, put a recorder in the visor of your car and leave the window down a half an inch. A great way to get unexpected activity. That's mind-blowing to me. I have no idea what that's going to do, but I'm willing to give it a try.
Right.
Yeah, that sounds pretty
I've
interesting.
never thought of that.
Maybe that's something we can do before we get into an area, just park there and see what happens.
Yeah.
Oh, so he means while you're sitting still. I see. Like, I'm thinking of he means while you're driving. Like that. I'm like it's gonna be very windy. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, true.
Dude, I'm on a learning curve.
All right.
It's always great to catch a live, but here on Australia, I have to take care. Much love and positive vibes being sent. All right, Susan A., thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Australia.
Good to see you.
Yeah, we got a lot of Australia, a lot of subscribers from Australia.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's awesome. Very good. I mean, they get that. That's where a lot of this activity originated. Honestly, like a lot of this, stuff. Like at least the history of it. If and when you start diving into history and New Zealand and Australia, there is so much that started out that way. It's amazing.
Oh,
yeah. Well, it's a whole nother. Like I say, I run in a lot of circles, and they're all mind blowing in different ways, and like. I try to be a student and just be a sponge, like a sponge with a sense of bullshit, So like I try, I only want to soak in, what's necessary and leave the rest,
Yeah.
If it applies, whatever. Otherwise, let it fly.
That's why I say there's no right answer or wrong answer. I mean, if you're just out there trying to do this and it's your way only and it's your man, that's rough. I don't think you're gonna learn much.
Right. Yeah, I hear you. All right, let's see. Gotta head out for a bit. All right, Dina, thank you for stopping by. Yes, it was Latin, man. No way those people got punked. I heard of. They still got shook up years later. It was a group, and I heard a few people who were there. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. No, I was just worried that the app was a bunch of crap that I was using, I'm half Australian. Wow. Hey, Aries, what do you say?
Hello.
Thank you guys all for being here. So we're all caught up with chat, finally. If you guys have any questions, drop them in and we'll try to get to them. Don't feel like you got to wait for the end. Whatever. Feel like you're in, I want you guys to interact and feel like you're part of the crew tonight. So please.
Everyone's part of the crew.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for being here once again. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I can't wait till we get out your way. Definitely got to get out your way.
Yeah. Well, if you guys are gonna make such a damn trip, like we'll make a thing of it. Like we'll figure out a way and like kind of. I'd say we touch on a couple of parts in New York, like maybe Long Island, and like go upstate to the mountains a little bit and. Stuff like that. It depends how long you're coming for, obviously, but we'll see.
Yeah.
If the weather's warm, like I'm gonna be doing a lot of camping. So like I just want to get like people to go with so like I could do it for like, 2 different things out there. If you're by yourself, you don't really want to like, stray too far from your tent and like not find your way back. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mhm.
Oh, I know that one.
Yes, you do.
That's why
Yes, DJ Rock.
Hey, DJ.
Hey, DJ.
Yeah, I actually I did Catskill Park and around Catskill Park for the whole past year. I was in the Catskills. So yeah, a lot of fun, way different. very, very exciting and new. And I still plan on going up every so often and kind of, banging around new areas. I'm actually supposed to go up somewhere new, the whole new location, kind of in the Hudson Valley region, somewhere on Jersey and New York border. I don't know. I'm going with a couple of buddies, and there's supposed to be these giant stairs. I don't know. They're like, I don't know. That's what it's called, the giant stairs or something. But they're taking me. These two guys I went to school with, like, so they want to take me and show me. So I'm interested.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
So how
Sounds like a
far?
workout.
Yeah.
How far are the Catskills from you now?
Yeah.
How far are they from you?
No traffic. I can get to no traffic. I could get to the bottom of the region in like 2 hours. But if it depends how far in you go. It depends how far in you travel. So I could take anywhere from 2 to 3.5, 3. It depends. Depends how far you're going.
Yeah, DJ Rock sent us some pictures of the Catskills. Got Trapper going.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I actually sat down with a bunch of people about a month and a half ago, and very spiritual, very enlightened, like a lot of light workers, healing people, very, very, very like upper echelon spiritual people. And I sat down with about a dozen of them and just kind of told them I was leaving the area again, and this is what they wanted for them, and and I was kind of passing off the reins to these people, and they're doing a lot of beautiful work up there. And it's just great, it's great to get the reports back and hear, because they all live in the area that I was doing everything in. So it's amazing. Like, it really is. It's just amazing to see that handoff went so like smoothly.
That's awesome. You do amazing stuff, brother.
Yeah, you do.
I just kind of go with the flow, honestly. Like, they do all the magic, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just like the guy they pass it through. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like I'd love to be like, oh, I'm looking special, but it's like, yeah, I'm just kind of like, I'm just getting good info,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how you said that. I like
It's
to
like
say,
taking a math test. It's like taking a
Okay.
math test with like a calculus, professor in your ear. You know what I mean? Like, it's easy to look good.
Yeah, like I said, it's just like documenting what you see, what you get. I always said you're probably not going to get anything more than they're going to give you, whatever you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like paranormal wise or whatever, you're only going to get what they're going to give you. You're not going to be able to force anything.
Right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Mike. We're just like the observer, I guess you could say. Like, I don't know. That's the way I look at it. Just observing and
Observe
yeah,
and
whatever
report,
happens.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just how to interact. That's the thing. Not everybody, I think, is meant to interact with what's there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Every time I would go out with like an Nigerian.
Kind of froze up there, Mike.
Yep.
No, I stopped because I thought he was talking.
Oh.
Yeah, no, go ahead. And I was gonna say, Mike, if when my glitch happens, does it glitch for the whole stream, or is it just me?
It's just you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's-
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I hear you popping in and out. I guess they don't, but it's like boop, 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 boop. But it's all right. It's not a big deal. If you want to stay on, feel free. If you want to, whatever. It's up to you, bro.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I'll chill.
I appreciate you. All right, cool. All right.
Man, I'd love for us all to go
North
on a hunt
South.
together.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Oh, the Berkshires. Our friend Kyle at Encrypted Connections had I think that's where he had his encounter when he was young. He was a teenager and he was camping with his family, and they had activity going on for a couple days, but nothing that they didn't pick up like on it, like Bigfoot. It's Bigfoot, like, or Sasquatch. Like they just didn't know it. Like, it was abnormal, but they were brushing it off, But then they went out there and this thing was going, off the rails. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was in the Berkshires. Oh, my dad told me about the giant stairs as a kid. Oh, that's cool. I've never. I feel like an idiot that I've never heard of it. You know what I mean? Like I have a buddy, Montauk is Strange, is his channel, and like I hang out with him, and he literally like just talks about like Long Island and like all this history and like all these things, and I'm like, like I don't know anything. Like I'm.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting area and topic. I had gotten into it briefly before, but I mean, man, I info on it, a lot of info on it.
Oh yeah, that's where I say where the dinosaurs used to roam, everywhere in New York.
Yep, all over New York.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know about used to anymore. I'm like, nothing's off the table for me.
If you go out and see a T-Rex, bro, you the man.
I got a smile on, but I'm making light of it, but it's I don't put nothing off the table.
I've been walking in the woods for 5 hours and I came across a mammoth. That would be sweet.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
The boys are going. I'm loving it. My neck of the woods. Oh, are you over here, DJ Rock?
Yeah, he's over there by you.
Yeah, he's by you.
Oh, thank you. I hope you enjoy it if you hang around. I have a premiere set for tomorrow at noon, but now I have an appointment at noon, so that's going to change. But whatever. There'll be one tomorrow if you want to hang out.
Yeah, DJ, definitely subscribe, brother. Great channel, great place, great guy.
Yes.
Thank you, OCST. Mods. All right, let's do this real quick. Your channels: Cameraman, MT Paranormal, and what is yours, Trapper?
The Unknown Outdoors.
Okay, the Unknown Outdoors. Mods, if you can find these guys' links, please, somehow, and drop them in. It'd be greatly appreciated. If I gotta promote somebody, let me know. I don't know who's here, who's not. Some people are like, I want to be a mod, or I was a mod, and I'm like, I have no idea what the hell is going on. I really don't. Like people are like, I'm blocked. I'm not blocked. I'm like, oh shit. Like it's so aggravating, man. It really is. Like I don't know what YouTube does, but it makes me look like a jackass sometimes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had to change my handle because there's an MT Paranormal already. I changed it to MT Paranormal Life, so you'll find out the life at the end.
Yeah. That's crazy.
You can go to, if they want to go to my channel, if you scroll down to the bottom of the featured, everybody's channels are.
Yep. Same with mine too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
make it easier so you don't got to search much.
Do the guests do this investigation into Sabe full time or on weekends? I think I'll let you answer.
I'm full time. 7 days, 24 hours. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I work full time. I try to get out, a couple times a week and film. Like I have a research center, like a research area, I call it, over in West Branch, and it's not too far from me, so I try to get over there and film often. But thanks to Jack and Trapper and bringing me along, I got a lot of places to go now.
I work full time. So, I mean, I get out with Jack as much as I can, but I do work full time. I got busy time of the year and stuff. So I trap nuisance wild animals. So springtime is always busy for me. Yeah, that's why they call me Trapper, because I'm a trapper actually. I own a business trapping. I'm also I also do professional tracking too with the business. So that's why I track.
Wow.
Nice. All right. That's awesome. Yeah, we have
free food from Trapper for Bigfoot.
It really is so helpful. Like we have like on one of our teams, like our overall New York, team. Like we have a hunter trapper bushcraft guy. Like he's, that's what he does for a living, and it's amazing. Like there's just stuff that I'm like, I don't know, or like I think it might be this, and like I send it to him, and it's like bing, like he just like it's just quick, But he always said, he's like, always make a video of it. He's like, always make a video of it. Let me see like the surrounding area. Don't just take a picture of the track or whatever,
Right.
He's like, even if it's like real short, just make like a video of like, around it and around the area. Like it really helps like understand. And I learned a lot from it. I really did. Like,
yeah.
But
amazing.
I guess overseas, like when you go to combat, like you track people in a sense, and like you have to like learn what they do and how they move, and like they're being sneaky, you know what I mean? Like it's not like back in the day, like the red coats, like, oh, there's the enemy. Like it's like you don't know who's who. So like the attention to detail and all that crap. Like I was just talking about it, like the hypervigilance, like it transfers over really well into this field, like looking for Sasquatch, because they barely move an inch. If they move, like they barely change anything when they move. If they, you know what I mean? Like they blend and, bend and hide and everything. It's like perfect. It's perfect. So like the tiniest little tiny thing, like I get it all the time, and I do it too sometimes. Like I'll see what I'm looking at, and I get back, and I'm like, "Where is it?" Like I don't even see where it is on this. Like.
Right. We had one of those instances where the camera. I was on a live stream filming something. It looked like a hut or a nesting, and I couldn't see what these people were saying. They're like, "There's something standing in front of it." I'm like, "Nah, I don't see it." I mean, I just don't see it. Well, I went back and watched the replay of it, and I'm telling you, there's something there. I'm like, I didn't see that, and my eyes did not see that, and we were all looking at the same thing. So that's weird how video could pick it up, but I couldn't.
Technology. Yeah, sometimes it's the reverse. You know what I mean? Like I've seen it where like things are taken out or put in. You know what I mean? Like I can't really explain that.
Right.
But technology maneuver another.
Right.
Yeah, sometimes people want like proof of things, and like that's just one of those things. Like I can't tell you. I can't tell you any facts about what it is. I could just tell you what it is.
Right. I try not to say what it is. I'll let I don't want to tell somebody, "Hey, that was a Bigfoot," and then well, how do you know it was so far away? Yeah, you're right. It was so far away. How do I know? You know what I'm saying? There it is.
Nice.
You come with your conclusion. I don't want to, I think I'd be cheating people if I said from a distance or, gave them a blurry picture and said, this was a Bigfoot. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So I just say, we seen something. Don't know what it was, but, to keep it fair,
Yeah, I always feel like for the most part, we probably won't really ever know. Some things we just won't ever know, but it just feels like for me, it's better. I just enjoy trying to interact and document and show what happens.
Right.
Whether what it really is or not.
Right.
And share that with everyone.
But people get hung up on that.
I know. Yeah.
Like people get hung.
That bother me. I just try to, just show it and let people see the experience.
Right.
Beautiful. That's all you could do, man. Like you can't. Once you get hung up on something, that's where you get stuck. You know what I mean? Like the big like people with the big picture questions. What are they? Where did they come from? Like you're going to the end before you even start. You know what I mean? And it's like people want to get to the end answer before they even take their first steps, and it's not easy sometimes, but to put those things aside. But you know, especially when you're interacting with something, because a lot of people get very like hung up on it. Like, well, what is it? Like, I need to know what it is. Like, what if I'm interacting with a demon? What if it's evil? What if it's playing with me? What if it's trying to trick me? And, you know, I'll tell you right now, like, I don't know. They're not like humans. Like, they're not gonna like, you know, catfish somebody for 3 years, you know, like it's not like it's not their prerogative, you know.
Right. 100% agree.
Yep.
Hey,
And by
Judy,
chance,
welcome, guys.
This little question popped in my head. Have you guys ever experienced or have activity at home, or have you ever brought anything home from your investigations or anything like that?
Oh, Jack has.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah,
My wife almost left.
No.
Yeah, I in the early days, I used to take the metal detector out also when I was out, and now I don't. But everything I'd find, I'd bring home. I'd be like, "Oh wow, check this out! I'm taking it." You know, yeah, I'm taking it. Well, I learned my lesson. Some things you shouldn't take out, because I found something and brung it home, left it on the back of the refrigerator, and there was glass stuff stacked in front of it. Kind of eerie feeling throughout the night. Well, we left in the morning time, got back, and this thing flew over the stuff that was in front of it on the refrigerator, made a big dent in my door, hit the ground, and broke. And it was right by where this thing was. Well, yeah, that thing went back out in the woods, and I had no problem the day after. You know, no problem that night.
Yeah,
Everything
yeah.
was normal. You know, so it wasn't like a haunting. It was just saying, I don't like living here, man. Get me back out there, you know.
Wow. But you're able to pick up that message pretty much right away, or did someone have to tell you that, or did it take you a while? Or
coming home and seeing stuff broke, kind of, you know, and the wife was like, I'll go stay at my mom's. You want to bring this funky stuff home?
Mm-hmm. So you guys had
yeah.
I see
wild, man.
Don't say Ramona, but I was going to say Ramona's been kind of like mentoring me since I started, especially when it comes to ways to protect myself. And I've been following the I call it regimen, and I still have seen some kind of a small like orb one time in my house. And I at first I tried to interact and document what was going on, and then I realized I need to stop trying to interact, and I just disconnected everything. Stopped trying, you know, saged my place multiple times, and I've never seen it again. But I recently had another incident happen with me where something for several months had been really bringing me down, and it was really getting pretty bad. And just this past weekend, I was sleeping on the couch. My kids were over in my bed, and I was sleeping on the couch, and I had a weird episode. And whatever was attached to me, I think I got rid of it. And I had no idea. I suspected maybe something was messing with me, but you know, sometimes you struggle with certain emotional things. You're not always thinking it's paranormal, what's bothering you.
Sure.
But
Sure.
I started waking up out of a dream saying, "Get out of me, get out of me." And when I kind of started coming to, I realized I was saying it, and then I knew why I was saying it. And then as I woke up just before, I could see something. It looked like literally like it came from my head. I could see it, and I saw its face. And I saw it like dissipate, and it was gone. And that's right when I woke up, and I realized I had a realization that I think something somehow still got to me, and I just got rid of it.
Wow.
It was pretty surreal, you know, a little
It's
scary.
intense, yeah.
It was intense, you could say.
Yeah, and that's excuse me, I was gonna say that's good once again that you're it seems like you're aware, man, of you know, of what's going on, and to be able to pick that up, because I feel like I think most of the planet is probably walking around with things like this and don't have any idea what the hell is going on in their lives, and wondering, you know, why, you know, they're going through stuff or why things are happening, and it could be due to a lot of these like attachments and just different things like that. But yeah, cool, man.
It felt like a test, you know, like some kind of a test for me, because the first time something happened that brought me back, it felt like I had help from someone. But this time I really didn't know really that it was there. and somehow, even when I wasn't conscious, I was telling it to leave, even when I wasn't conscious, and then woke up to it leaving. So seems like something's getting a little more in tune with me.
Yeah, we
That's good.
had a past member have an attachment, went home with them, and it was pretty bad for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be, it could be in an item. It could be, something that you did, and it's when things like you always hear, don't let it follow you home. Like there's, first of all, they knew where you were going before you left your house. You know what I mean? Like most of these things are telepathic and can use your eyes. So it's not like it's like running behind your car. So that's a common misconception because I used to do it. I used to be like, oh, I better take like a weird way home. Like, like I was taking it so literally. Like, and anyway, yeah, I'm glad that you were open to that because we have a lot of like healers and some mediums and psychics and some like natives that have different cultures and different things that have been embedded in them, and they'll in their tribe for many years, many moons, whatever, and they'll come and help people out and give them like you said, like little like rituals, like regiments to say say or do little healing prayers, depending on what somebody's going through or where they're going in, or something you could even say every single time if you want. I have a deer antler that like I'm blessed. Like I have a deer antler that was given to me by Bubba, and he was basically like, take this everywhere, and it protects me. You know what I mean? It keeps me like. It's proven itself. I don't try to test it, but I don't go nowhere without it. Nowhere. Right. Oklahoma Cryptid Search Team. Just want to touch on this real quick before we move along. The structures you find are very impressive. They cover a large area most of the time. So I think it has a lot to do with the suburbs, the suburban Sasquatch type thing. So they're using a lot of that, connectivity to create that veil and that, energy flow, so they can hide themselves really well. There's a lot of people around, so it might be more so like less structures up in the air, because every time they put them up, somebody comes and cuts them down, knocks them down, whatever. We can't be so visible. So a lot of it is that ground connectivity, and I'm comfortable talking about it like very confidently because it was shown to me by them. So energy-based beings using that as like conduit to free flow and create the veil and hide. What we need is like cover or concealment, right? But for them, it's like it's almost like an invisible cellophane, but it's not. It is to us, like it's see-through, like, but yeah.
I get it.
But we can go into it more if you'd like.
And Trapper, you didn't have any activity come home with you or anything like that happen ever?
No, not really.
Okay.
You did have that thing where your wife said that something was knocking.
Yes.
I
forgot about that one. My wife went out with us last year. She goes out with us quite a bit. She'll go out with us. I don't want to say quite a bit. She goes out with us once in a while. And last summer, we came home and we decided to turn the air off in the house. It was a nice, cool night. So she had her window open and something came. She said she just woke up out of a dead sleep screaming because there was something dark in the corner of our room. And our bedroom's on the second floor of the house. So it was a long ways up. So yeah, that was weird. And she was even afraid to go back. We to this day, we still do not close. To this day, we still don't open that side of the window.
See, for me, like it's like kind of the opposite. Like when I close it, that's when they start acting up. So I leave mine open. Oh. Like I have that window dedicated to them right now. Like I just took the blinds. Like I'm like, whatever. You guys want to come take a look? Go for it.
So this brings me the question to you two, because I already kind of know the answer for me, Mike, and Trapper. Do you believe that paranormal is a strong word, but paranormal can mean a couple different things? Do you believe they go hand in hand, Bigfoot and paranormal?
Yeah. You know, it depends. Like you can, it can be just flesh and blood for you. You know, if you saw a Bigfoot and it was in the flesh, and that's the only thing you do ever, and you just talk about that one thing ever, then that's all it's going to be for you. You know, if you never go on and on, you'll never find out that it's paranormal, and that's just going to be flesh and blood for you. But it's absolutely, yeah. You know, they're like spirit, flesh, you know, combo, I guess. The way I like to put it is kind of like there's elementals that are gifted at one element, and they're like multi-elementals. You know what I mean? They're not limited to anything. Like they could blend and bend with water, with the earth, with this, you know, whatever. Air, fire, yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I feel.
It's hard to categorize. Sorry, it's hard to categorize them, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I feel like yeah, some of the what we consider paranormal could be a lot more regular or normal. It's just for our culture, it's different. And I feel like there's other cultures out there that practice things, and ancient cultures that practice and did things that we might consider paranormal. So yeah, once again, it's like your perspective and how you look at things. So yeah, I think humans also have we have abilities. Some people really have some far out abilities, and I believe we all have the ability to tap in and do a lot more than what we're told we're able to, and that we believe we're able to. So, and some of those things might be considered paranormal as well. And so if we could do those things, why not could the Sasquatch and others?
Like look at mediums, you know, people who have gifts like that. That would be something you probably consider paranormal.
Right. And could be one of those more normal things that all of us could learn and do and have the ability.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Trapper, somebody wants to know about your background.
Say what?
Yeah.
I'll be right back, guys.
Who left? Was it Trapper? No. Okay.
No.
Yeah,
Empty.
Mike had to go use the bathroom probably.
Do you want to touch on that, or do you want to skip it?
Oh, Trapper, tell us about your background. My background. Let's see. I grew up as a little. I grew up on a farm my whole life, a beef cattle farm. My grandfather, at a very, very young age, before I could even hunt, taught me how to track. He was a Native American, Indian. So I learned a lot of my tracking skills from him. You know, and it just kind of revolved from there, you know.
Nice.
You know, yeah, from there, I mean, I've been called out to go look for missing hunters. I miss not very so much of that, but you know, I with my business, I'll, believe it or not, people that hunt can't find deer, or you know, the wildlife, you know, the whatever they shot, they can't find. They call me to come out, and I charge them to track them. So pretty much my background.
Pretty amazing tracker.
Somebody asked earlier if you guys mind speak with them, with the survey.
I never tried it.
Never tried it.
How do you do it?
Okay.
You just
I know it's I don't believe it's something that you initiate, you know, personally. I can only talk for myself. Like I didn't know how to use, you know, how to be telepathic before it started, you know, and it was very odd in the beginning. Like it was very like hot and heavy. It was very constant. It was overwhelming and you know, stressful because like it was coming in like kind of like barraging me like during my own thoughts, you know what I mean, and like interrupting me, and like I was kind of torn. Like, is this me? Is this, you know, am I, you know, because you don't have anybody you could. It's not like something like, did you hear that howl? Like it's only here, so you can't, like, even if you're around somebody, you can't be like, you know, did you hear that? You know what I mean? So it's, you gotta, you know, like, it's just, it lies in you. And it's like, it's wild. It's wild. I'll tell you that much. And it doesn't always come like that's. I say telepathy because mind speaks makes it sound like it's just words, which to me it's not. Sometimes it's like a visual picture of like a place I'm supposed to go. Sometimes it's like I call it like a download. It's like a download of information. It's like all of a sudden I just kind of like know some shit that I didn't know a minute ago, and it's like, you know, it's just the answer. And like sometimes it's just like a small download, like a knowing, like a small knowing, like, you know, sometimes, yeah. So it could be different things, but
I've been out in the woods and I've felt like something said leave, you know, like in my head, like, wow, what was that? Now, is that something kind of like it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, sometimes it's just a simple, like, you know, just like that, just one little word, you know, like yes, no, go, leave, not now, like, you know, it's back up, whatever, you know. And like, I never take it, you know, I never take it like the wrong way anymore. I try to like look at it like in a positive, like, all right, maybe I wasn't supposed to go in there because something's going on, or maybe like it was to like save me, you know what I mean? Like, or to, you know, something else was coming that they could see that I couldn't, or, you know. Or if their radio is silent, I'm like, I try not to take it offensively. Like, all right, they're not ignoring me. Maybe there's somebody else out here, or like maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe some, like, you know, there's an I spy up in the air that I can't see. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So I try to put a lot of trust in them at this point. And it's not, I can't talk for like, I don't communicate with multiples. It's just the two. It was just the one until he had a son like a couple of years back.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Wow, yeah. It's like extended family that, like, I don't know, man. I'm like, it's wild. We could talk about that all night, though. But.
Yeah, that's again why I think not everybody can probably do some of the things like that we do, because I think certain aspects of us, or certain qualities, or certain things that are the reason why you could say we're accepted to a certain degree, I guess, or maybe why they will bond or communicate with us. It might have something to do with the person.
Sure.
And that's why I don't think everybody can necessarily interact and do the things that, like, you know, we do sometimes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, there's timing. You know, timing is everything too. You know, like they have, I know, like sobriety is a big thing for them. Like, you know, like you have to be very clear-headed, very, you know, very open. Like, I used to be very like vibrant when I went in the woods, like very, you know, like all over the place. Sometimes, like, you know, sometimes like in a funky mood. Like if I'm in a weird mood or a funky mood, like I won't go in, because I learned that like I can attract, like my defenses are down now because I'm not vibrating properly. So like if I go in with a messed up attitude, like I'm becoming like prey for like negative spiritual things, you know. And or if you go out with like somebody, a skeptic's okay, but like somebody who's like even in their mind like shit talking the Sasquatch, that's not a good thing, because like you're kind of putting their defenses down to help you and protect you, like Stump Jumper's saying here, and like opening yourselves up to other things. You know what I mean? So it's like it's, you know. So when you hear things like you heard, that's a good thing to like say okay, like, and back out. You know.
Oh, absolutely. And there's been times, it's not the first time I heard something like that. That's when I know, like, to kind of wrap it up. You know, maybe we push too far, and then, you know, I'll get a sense of like, okay, it's time to go. You know, some activity, if I don't listen, there'll be some times that I'll just be like, okay, maybe it's just me, but we'll keep on pushing on, and then the activity will get stronger, you know, like, you know, harder wood knocks, tree knocks, you know, more rocks start getting tossed.
Like just one of the last times, Jack, when we were at the swamp and I was trying to communicate, I was there the time before I got an EVP that said a boy's name, and I was trying to communicate again, and I was getting a message multiple times said, please stay back. So I picked up my stuff and I moved backwards because I figured I've been facing the same direction. It was telling me to move the opposite way. So I picked up my stuff and I moved back, and I asked it to still communicate. And I got the message said, "Thank you for respect." And I kind of thought that was not one of those times where this was just a random thing. It was actually appreciating the respect that I was giving it by listening to what I felt like it was trying to tell me.
Right.
You remember when we were leaving that swamp the last time we were out? We were not even filming. We were heading back out to our vehicles.
It's always when it happens.
Yeah, and that big boulder just went into the water, and we just heard a big boom. I mean, it was so the boulder had been so big that I don't believe any of us could have picked it up. It had to been huge.
Yeah,
because they even made ripples all the way across the lake.
That was one of the times that it got in my head that said leave. You know, and we were walking out leaving, and it threw a big boulder in the water. I mean, a big boulder, not probably something that we couldn't pick up and toss like it did.
I hate to say it, but it's almost like and stay out kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, like that.
Right.
But, you know, I don't necessarily know for sure if that's what it was, but it definitely was something extremely big that got thrown into that lake. It's huge.
Yeah,
a blessing and a curse. Yeah, in the beginning, Littlefoot's grandma. Now it's way different. It's slowed down. It's very like few and far between. I've got a good grasp on it. You know what I mean? They pretty much come to me when most of the time when I'm in the field vibrating at that frequency that I'm accustomed to. So you guys use walkie-talkies, right? Like this is how I explain it, because like I vibrate at a certain frequency so they can reach me, and I try to get on that same level every time so that they can come find me and like contact me and like stay connected to me. So you guys can be, 20 yards away from each other, right? And if you guys ain't on the same channel, you'll never connect, right? But once you get right on that channel, you can hear each other loud and clear and, stay in constant contact. And that's kind of how I, try to put it in a nutshell.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I try to get on like something like that, a channel wherever I go, by like making an offering, like tobacco offering, and letting my intentions be known, and trying to communicate off the start. And that's my way of like trying to, I guess, get on the channel, like you say, so that way my intentions are out there, and whatever's there is sensing my intentions, and that I'm coming in with an understanding I'm going into pretty much what's their land, their territory.
Right on.
Yeah. earlier you guys showed a little pouch, some little pouches. What's up with what do you guys got in those, if you could say?
These.
Yeah, this is my second.
We all have them
behind the first one.
The whole team has them.
Yeah, we all carry them.
Yeah.
Protection.
Wow.
Yep.
That's good. This is an interesting one. This one's interesting. It's like, I don't know what it is, but if there's something negative around or like whatever, it'll start to turn black. It's all white. It'll start to turn black, and like I can't explain it, right? But it'll like it absorbs like negative energy. Like it'll turn black sometimes in some spots. Like sometimes it's only a little bit. Sometimes I've seen it turn almost all the way black, and then when I leave, like it starts to change back to white. And like sometimes slowly, sometimes like it goes pretty fast because it's only a little bit, but really wild shit. I mean, I don't know if it's a one. I tried to give it to somebody recently, like, and again, I heard like, nope, like, no, like that's not for, I give it to people when they come out with me, but it's not meant to like give away, is what I was getting. So,
you know what it is?
Brian Scott. No, I don't. I want to say I don't know.
Okay.
I'll try and find out. I want to say it's like a white quartz or a white opal, maybe. I really don't know. I have no idea. It was gifted to me. I have no idea where, we don't have these. I've never seen this rock on this island in my life, or whatever this is. It's weird. It's beautiful, though.
Yeah.
Brian
Scott. Newbie here. You ever travel outside of your area? I have property in Tok, Alaska, many, many miles from anywhere. One night I heard children giggling, playing. Have you heard anything like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We even heard women screaming.
Yeah. Got them on video.
Yeah. We have kids. We've heard kids playing in the woods.
That's freaky.
Mm-hmm.
And so, as far as that, do you guys think that was more maybe ghost-like, some spirits, or do you think because some people think also Sasquatch when they hear kids playing or laughing in the woods as well?
With me, it wasn't Sasquatch with me. I found out the hard way, but for me, it wasn't Sasquatch.
Yeah. I mean, when we were hearing that stuff, I believe at that point in time we had young ones messing with us. They were throwing rocks at us, like they could hit us if they wanted to, but at that point in time we were getting a lot of rocks thrown at us. I think it was juveniles, messing with us, just say, hey, we're here, because they would follow us out too. And you would later on we would hear like a loud scream or something like saying, hey, maybe calling the juveniles back, like, hey, you're getting too far out of your area,
we have it on live stream. It was like they were just taking us in a circle.
Yeah, and I believe that was juveniles messing with us, just going in circles.
Yeah, and then here would come a stick, here would come a stone, and be like, all right, it got to the point where we were seeing tree knocks, getting tree knocks so much, we wouldn't even respond to them. We'd just be like, look at each other like, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's awesome that you guys document as well. I'm big on, checking out what people have, and awesome that you live stream as well. That's a big plus too, because a lot of times I feel like a lot of stuff could be staged or faked or whatever, but especially when you're live streaming and things happen, it's kind of like
right
in real time, man. It's happening, so it's that's always fun.
And I never film myself when I'm out there. I film like my eyes, what I see, you're seeing. So it's
always first person.
Yeah, always first person. It's never me on screen.
Right.
I'll narrate like, okay, I heard something over here, turn the camera there, I'll watch chat, and if they say go to the left, I'll go to the left. Look up in the trees, I'll look up in the trees.
That's cool.
So there's some sort of interaction, but basically you see what I see, or most of the time I'm seeing what they're seeing.
And I totally get you on that. Like I'm like that too. I don't like to put my face much on screen, but you'd be surprised on how much people react and like to see your face actually on screen, man. I've noticed that on over on TikTok and even on the YouTube, people like that. But dude, I totally feel you. My camera's usually is facing away from me, but everyone has their style. What's up, bro?
Right. I try not to talk too much, I'll try to keep it to my 4-letter, sayings. What was that? That was weird. I'll try not to say too much.
Yeah. I've never heard any like actual disembodied or voices of children. But over in the abandoned cemetery area of my research site, I've had messages about children playing, and I've had interactions on the ground with some devices, and I felt cold spots that were like by my hand, which was about waist high. And then I've had EVPs of children, and one even said daddy on an EVP. So it seems like there's children's spirits around where one of the areas I go, and I always like to call everything toys wherever I go there, and I always try to encourage them to play with them. And it seems like it works a lot too. It's pretty interesting.
That's cool. Yeah, for me, the one time it was that I can recall, I was in the Catskills, and like I was up about like 3,500 feet, like around there, and I was like, it was winter and there was nobody around, and it but it was like a popular trail, but there was nobody around. And there was a creek, and I could hear like laughing, like it was almost like playful, like like, and I was like, oh, what is that? Like, and I was like, and like everything in me was like, don't go over there, don't go over there. And there was like a little creek. I mean, when I tell you, it might have been like as for like like when it's raining, and there's like just that little bit of water going down the curb, like that's how big this creek was. It was tiny, but crossing that water, I learned a lot about water and how it connects or like separates, energies, and how it can eliminate energies by, crossing it or going in it or whatever. And, literally, like we use holy water in church, right? Shit like that. Like it never registered with me till that day. As soon as I stepped over that creek, if you will, that childish, like playful laugh got very demonic and like sadistic and like excited, like it had me, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I knew instantly that it was nothing playful, and it was not a Sasquatch, and it was not something that wanted to like,
come play with you.
yeah, tickle my armpits, you know what I mean? It was
It's funny.
but when I got back across again, it was like you could feel like this, like whoosh, like every like I don't even know how to explain it, but like it's like it was like everything lifted, like it was just like safe again, like I could breathe again, like it was just like it just like everything lifted, like
That's
really
awesome.
weird. Yeah, I guess it was a learning experience for sure. But again, I think I was getting mind speak at the time, and I was just kind of ignoring it because I was doing what I wanted to do,
Right.
Like,
Right.
We were just talking about that, right, guys?
Yeah.
We were just talking about flowing water and how to help if you ever seem to come in contact with something negative there, to use a body of water to help get rid of it.
Good. That's cool.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So I could tell you guys quick one time. I'm gonna put it really I'm really gonna make this quick, but I was like 8 miles in this place, and I had never gone in, and I was out there all morning. I didn't have water with me. I didn't expect this place to be as big as it was. I thought I was just going around this small corner of a lake. But what I didn't know is I had to go because there was a huge gorge, and it was very high up. So you had to go up it and then back around it because there was this huge gorge at the edge of the lake that went in and like made this huge like cavern, giant cavern that was really high up. So you had to go really far around. And I'm on the backside, and I'm spent, and I can't find my way out, and I don't see it possible to go around the rest of the way. And if it even is, it's the same distance. So I'm like, all right, I'm giving up on this trail. Like, I'm going back. I'm just going to go back the way I came because at least I know I'm getting out of here. And I'm like pissed at this point because I'm exhausted. I got like jelly legs. Like, I'm tired. I'm hungry. Like, so I just turn around and start walking. And I'm like, this don't seem right. Like, something don't seem right. I'm like, all right, let me go back to where I just was and just kind of like get my bearings. So everything should be, as I turn around, everything that should be like backwards from the way it just was as I walked in, walked that 100 yards, but it wasn't. It was the same way, facing the same way. Oh, wow. I'm like, all right, that is a trip. I'm like, all right, let me go back the other way. I'm like, I'm really confused now. Same thing, right? Like,
wow.
The same thing again for 100 yards, if you will. I don't even know if I went to full 100, but it was the same thing going back the other way. So I did that probably, north and south, like 3 or 4 times. And I was like really getting upset. I'm like, I don't understand what's going on. Like, I'm like good in the woods. I'm good with direction. Like, I'm going to go east to west. I'm going to get off this trail. I'm getting off the trail. I'm going off the trail. I don't care. I'll find another way. I go off the trail, and it does the same thing to me.
Wow.
I'm walking on the trail the same way, same 100 yards, whatever, seeing the same stuff.
That happened to us, Trevor.
Yeah, mind you, I look off the trail, and I see off the trail. But as soon as I stepped off the trail, I got into that, like, time warp again. And so I went and tried to go the other way, and it did the same thing. So now, so when you first come in where you start at, there's like these two little areas because it's a beautiful lake where like people can sit and picnic, and like there's a little bench. Some people fish, some people dive in the water, whatever. It's a really wide, beautiful, big lake, very, very calm all the time. Beautiful open view. It's gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. And I can hear people at one of the like spots by the parking lot, and it's kind of across, and I could hear them talking regular voice. So I'm like, I'm gonna yell for them. I'm just gonna yell for them. I don't even care like how they come get me. Like somebody's coming to get me, and I'm yelling, and they can't hear me. And I'm like, they must just be involved in themselves. So I'm getting mad. I'm like, they don't even hear me screaming like for help. You know what I mean? So I'm screaming like as loud as I can. I'm mad screaming now, and they can't hear me. They can't, and I can hear them just like talking, and I'm wailing, and they can't hear me. So now I'm getting upset. Like tears are probably starting to run. Like I'm frantic, and like I can't get out of this shit. So I just beeline for the lake. I put all the positive energy I can into myself. Like I just like got down and I like started praying. I put all my shit in the pack. Like I started wrapping up all my gear as much as I could. I put it on my shoulders. I tightened that thing up to like here, like on the back of my neck. Because when you go in the water, it's like, it's not like, oh, like it's a beach. Like you steadily go in. Like, no, it's like the woods meet the lake. It's like the same level, So you just drop in, into deep water. So so I just did. I just got in. And as soon as same thing as last time, right? As soon as I hit that water and I came back up, it was like sound again. Like everything was normal again. Like it just broke the cycle completely. Like it was unreal. Like unreal. Like I've never been in anything like that where I was just like stuck in like, I don't know. I don't even know what to call it,
Sounds like it's right out Blair Witch.
Yeah.
Trapper, tell them what happened to us on trail.
No, you go ahead. You tell it better.
It was about the same thing that you said. We were filming. We got all the way down, turned around, started heading back, and something put us right back at the beginning.
Yeah, right
where
back,
we started.
We were supposed to end up at our vehicles, but it didn't. It put us back in the beginning where we started filming.
Right. It was like we were walking, we were going to the vehicles, and then bam, we were right back at where we started the whole video. We were like, what is going on? And on our 360, we use 360 in case we're in the woods and we get lost and people know where we are. Our 360 said that we went 7 miles?
Yeah.
In like 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Across the lake at that.
Like it showed us how we walked all the way and then shot us right back across the lake, bam, at the beginning where we started. We were like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, like we had to fly over the lake or something, or swim across the lake. We went literally over the water.
DJ Rock, I'll just tell you, DJ Rock, the place is called Bluestone Wilderness. And I haven't given that name out yet, but it's called Bluestone Wilderness.
Real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no, that time loop there, man. That's some trippy stuff. I've had some weird stuff happen. I'm sure like that, but I mean, nothing that I could think of off the bat. I'm sure if I think about it hard enough, I've had some weird stuff happen. But man, that's weird. So, did you guys capture that on camera too, or?
No, my camera was dead. Damn, yeah.
I don't remember if it's on camera or not.
Okay.
I mean, because I know we had to stop filming in the middle of it.
Wow. Yeah, no, that's weird stuff. And I've heard of that type of stuff happening before. Mm-hmm. But man, that's weird. And then have you guys gone back there and like no. Did it ever happen again? No, you guys haven't gone back.
No.
Wow.
We haven't been back there.
And did you guys ever hear of anyone else talk about it? Did you guys talk about this with anyone that maybe could have confirmed like the same happenings in and around that area?
Nope.
Wow. It's weird.
Jimbo,
Yeah.
what's up, brother?
Jimbo. Yeah, man. Hey, back to the baby crying. I have experienced that before, and that was up in my father-in-law has a cabin up in the mountains up in Trinity County, California, and that's somewhat near Shasta. And anyway, some weird stuff goes on there too in those
Shasta,
Trinity
yeah.
Alps. And so yeah, I've seen weird lights up in that area too, and Sasquatch is known to be in those areas for sure. And but anyway, one time at the cabin, there is neighbors nearby, but they're pretty. I mean, we're far enough away, but sometimes we can hear the neighbors' dogs and stuff like that. But I've never heard kids. There's no kids that we know of that live in the area. And my father-in-law has been there for years. Anyway, this one particular night, I heard a baby crying, a kid crying, and I thought it was just the weirdest thing. And so I posted it just because I never posted it because I wasn't sure. I don't know. Maybe I thought maybe family could have came over visit one of the neighbors or something like that. I wasn't sure, but it was late at night.
Wow.
And just had never heard that before, and I asked my father-in-law also, and he thought it was a bit strange. And but yeah, weird stuff.
Wow.
Never shared it out though. Like I said, I just thought it was maybe a little too much. And I'm all about posting stuff. I like to share stuff out and get people's opinions and stuff like that and get feedback from people. But yeah, that I kind of just kept to myself for now.
At the very least, like if you document everything, like you create a video diary, you know what I mean? And you can always go back and it's there, it's a free library, you know what I mean? Like it's free storage at the very least. So, you can always go back and it's there. Cause I sometimes I got to delete stuff to make storage. So I just post anything. I don't give a shit. I post it all.
Right.
I got a little book of all the places that we've been to, things that happened at time, what the weather was, the moon was like. So if we go back to those points, I can reference them and go, okay, on this day we gifted this, and it really seemed to work out in this area. So let's try it again and see what happens. But my son's like, who's going to get that book? When you're gone, I'm like, yeah, we'll talk about that, at a later date. But
that was why I started my channel.
Hello, Jody.
That was like my inspiration, or the reason why was I was always fascinated by the voices I heard over my research site, like the EVPs I'd hear voices all the time, and I'd hear names, my name sometimes, and I would watch my videos again, and then I would pick up on some of the names that were said as a way of remembering, and then consistency. And then I would go back and re-engage with the same names I heard to try to communicate with them. That's kind of like what my channel was, what it started, what it was, based on. That's what I'm trying to do, to see if, there's actually a way to build, I guess you could say, a relationship with what's there over where I go.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So you guys are doing data collecting and all that, which is good stuff. It's an organized mess, I say, but I could make sense of it.
Right.
Oh yeah. And it's one thing, and me and Trapper talk about this a lot, and we'll laugh about it. As I say, we're going to live forever on YouTube.
Exactly.
You can, yeah, you can.
If you forget our face, just go to YouTube.
Yeah, just go to YouTube.
For instance, there's two people that come to mind that do still live forever that are on YouTube. One is Art Bell, and then the other one, I don't really know him well or what he did, but Anyway, and then there's another guy I don't really know well either, but Robert Dodson. I used to hear about him a lot in the beginning, and people would say, "Yo, you remind me of this guy, Robert Dodson." And like a lot of I heard it from so many people. You're just like Robert Dodson, like, and like we love it because like, you know, he's not here no more, and like you're just like him. And I'm like, oh, okay, like you know, like that's cool, I guess. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I tried to catch a couple things and. It's hard to be like, yeah, that guy's like me, you know, or like, you know, but I guess the style of what he does maybe was what they meant, you know.
Right. And yeah, I remember, yeah, rest in peace, Dodson. Yeah, he had like activity on his properties, and
okay.
Yeah, and it was really intense stuff, man. I think it was some of the most intense Bigfoot stuff out there, and the weird thing is that I guess someone I think hacked his channel, and so a lot of the videos were taken down, but MK Davis saved a few of his videos, and there's a few of his videos floating out there, but yeah, no, man, I can see what people mean by that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's like, you know, all of us put together, if somebody wanted to start researching Bigfoot, I mean, they could come to our channels and look at our stuff. I think that we all do a great job on showing how we prep areas, going out, talking about what we're bringing, what equipment we use, you know, our experiences. So I truly believe that in years to come, if somebody has an experience, there's a way to find somebody with, you know, that has that. And this is YouTube. It's not in an FBI file. It's not locked up in, you know, the White House somewhere. It's nice, you know, it's nice to get this knowledge out there for everybody. And if people are out there hoaxing, shame on them, man, because it doesn't help this community, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, they already proved aliens were real, you know, and I know I beat this up a lot, but you know, there was people out there researching aliens, and everybody's like, "You're crazy. There's no such thing." And then the government comes out and goes, "Hey, there's aliens."
Well, the thing I find funny is there's less proof of aliens than there is of Sasquatch, but people, you know, will accept it now. Oh, the government said so, but
right.
You know, they're like, there's not enough proof for Sasquatch, but there's a whole lot more than there is for aliens. You know what I mean? Like,
and there's for everybody to have some kind of encounter out there, no matter if it be a Wendigo, a ghost, something paranormal, a Bigfoot, a dogman, a whatever. I mean, don't brush it off. Let's find out what it is, man. I mean, because something's going on, no matter if there's multi-universe or whatever they call it. There's something going on, right? We all just can't be seeing this. I mean, what we're doing, we're filming it. I mean, basically, but if we were out there walking in the woods and we have an encounter, you know, aren't people like, why did that happen? You know, I used to be that guy to brush it off, be like, oh, that's probably a deer or something. Oh, that was probably that, you know, and then, you know, I had for some God reason, I don't know why, but I wanted to go see if this was a Bigfoot print out in the snow. You know, I said to myself, there's got to be prints. And then for some reason it happened, and I'm here now. You know, I was a skeptic to a believer. Well, I always believe in ghosts and stuff like that, but because I've had experience with it. But I mean, yeah.
Brian Scott, if that question's for me, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm keeping an eye out for Trapper's back room there, in case there's any activity.
Yeah.
It's pretty dark right there, man.
I don't know what's in there.
Sally Joe last time was all like, "There's something standing in your doorway." I'm like, "What?"
Mike, what did you say it looked like, the place that you went?
Which place? I'm trying to remember what we were talking
Good night,
about.
Jody.
I don't know. In the beginning, when we were behind stage, maybe, I don't know. You were like, "Oh, it looks like the basement of like."
Hillview Manor.
That's what it was.
Part of the basement, Hillview Manor. It kind of reminded me of that when I saw where you're at.
Oh yeah.
They got like an area where they keep all the old files of all the patients and everything. They moved it down into like the basement.
And that's the project for this weekend. We're going to clean this out this weekend.
That's great, CP. That's awesome. Yeah. Oh, Carson, good night. Thank you guys. Anybody who popped in and had to go, I get it. I appreciate you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for all. Even if you just came for a little bit, thank you guys. Please throw the subscribe. Camping with Sasquatch. A couple of you guys have been throwing. I saw Camping with Sasquatch dropping the links in chat. Thank you. Thank you guys.
Really appreciate it.
Hit the like button, everyone.
Yeah, definitely hit that like button and
hit those
subscribe to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then if you see other people like this, if you see other people like this in the chat that have channels, let's go and support them too. Please, like there's enough room for everybody to get some love. You know?
Definitely.
It's YouTube. That's the beauty of YouTube, right? You can watch everybody. You get one subscription.
You think? Well, I got, I have some people. I've had some people like, don't use your community tab for other people. Like they're gonna go there and you're gonna lose views. Whatever. Like whatever. You know,
the more people get your channel, the more people see your channel because other people, it's good for everybody. You get people that didn't know about you because you let people know about them.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I guess, if I started because of what I started public, because that's what the Sasquatch wanted me to do. It was be an ambassador between peoples. Wanted me to the peoples, the Sasquatch people, the human people. And so to whatever that, looks like, I just do it, so any which way I can, I try to do it, and that's what I'm here for. I'm not here for, I mean, I'm sure you guys see the revenue section of your YouTube studio. It's not fantastic. So it's not like about money. It's not about views. For me, it's just about connecting as many people to it as I can, and whatever that looks like I do. So if there's good channels out there, you guys know YouTube's not going to help you get out, help you get views. It's the chances of you getting in the algorithm are slow. You guys get put in there pretty good, it seems like, because you got a fair people in chat, but a lot of these channels, they don't get to see the light of day, and for whatever reason, so I try to help them out, especially when they coming in,
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's same with me. Same with us. That's how you keep the community growing. Absolutely.
Right.
And are you guys on any other platforms besides YouTube, or?
Just I'm on Twitter, and we have Facebook for the Cameraman and crew. And Twitter.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I did open up a what's that? TikTok. Yes, I did open that up, and I'm just going to use that for pictures. So if you want to see some evidence, I've been dropping it on there.
Cool.
Yeah.
And I do.
Well, be prepared, because they are savages over there, bro. I'm just telling you, they are.
Yeah, I love it.
People are ruthless. But anyway, I followed you today. I hit the follow on there today on you guys.
Yeah, I'll check you out there for sure. Also,
thank
you.
Yeah.
Yes, I did take that item back to the woods, Larry. That went back, and it stayed for one night and part of a day, and it did some damage in the house. So yeah, it went back exactly where I found it.
That's perfect. If you could get it back to the original spot, that's perfect.
Yeah, to me, what you guys, it sounds like what you guys are doing is perfect for TikTok, because there's a lot of channels there that are pretty big, and some of them I don't even follow really. I'm not into what they're doing, but man, they get they got a following, and they're doing their thing, and it's cool to see that, man. I want to see people do their thing and grow, and and so
when they go live on TikTok in the woods at night, they huge following. I mean, I'm talking thousands of people in the chat. It's nuts. There's a guy named A. Howie. He's in the Pine Barrens in Jersey. Just yanking his crank. You know what I mean? Talking shit. not doing anything, you know what I mean? Like, hey, Bigfoot, like, I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, nothing special. So if you're with you guys with your, with your gear and like your coordination, forget about it. Forget
Kill
about
it. Yep.
Nail it. But that's all, it's up to you. But granted, it's not going to be as beautiful as, your like your core people here, and their kindness, it's a mixed bag of, insanity.
Yeah. And
I
I
love
think
hating anybody,
Yeah, and I think that whatever, being successful at whatever platform or whatever it is that you're doing, should be, I think, a byproduct of what you guys are doing. So that'll come naturally, especially if you're keeping it whatever real, or if you just got real stuff. I think that's gonna really get us a long way. Because I think there's a lot of crap out there once again. And there's a lot of people at the end, I think what's going to hold is the good real stuff, and not all of that gets like Mike said, the light of day. So
right. And there's a lot of good groups out there.
Be right back.
For sure.
And it's amazing. And it's, if we can help the little guys, grow, if they got really good content, you like what you're seeing, help them out, man. Reach out to them, help them out. I mean, it's about keeping this community, because at some point, what I'm seeing is this younger generation ain't hanging around for Bigfoot. You know what I'm saying? So we don't want this to fall off. We want to bring them into it, like mentor them in.
Yeah.
Because I know I can't do it forever. And I know you all can't do it forever.
No.
So there's going to be a time where we have to pass the baton.
Yep.
And
that's for sure. Yeah, there's there's a couple of guys down in Florida. They're young guys, and like I try to really keep in contact with them, and like just they're the future. You know what I mean? They're the future, and they're in it early. They're in it now. So like anybody who's like younger that comes in later, like, you know what I mean? They're going to be like their go-to. And like, I love how well they work with each other. It's not like it is like the existing way where it's like, yeah, I found the biggest thing and I found the biggest structure and the biggest footprint and mine's the best and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? It's different. So like, I have a lot of high hopes for it. You know what I mean? So we shall see.
Hey, hold up, Mike. I thought we were that younger generation.
I think we were for like a minute, and then well, we had a moment where people were like, "Oh, you guys are the young guys," and then like it was like, never mind. Yeah. Brian Scott, thank you so very, very much, brother. That is so very, very appreciated. You're a legend. Thank you, guys. Thank you all for came by. But most importantly, donations are appreciated, but not necessary. If you'd like, please hit that like and then subscribe to these guys, please. That means the world.
Yes, thank you.
Really appreciate it. Yep.
If you guys could leave a comment after the show, that's great too. Or the stream. It's not really a show, but
yeah, down below in the comments, and I'll usually try to get back to everybody. And if you leave a link or I can click on your name and you got a channel, I subscribe to everyone. So it's sharing the love.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, like collaborating like this is great. Like when I first reached out to Jack and we started talking, and there I was doing my own thing, which has been going to places, and I'm always working by myself and doing what I do. And then once I started working with, Trapper and Jack, these guys are great. It's great. Yeah. And I'm glad to get the chance to, work with them. And that's the kind of, thing I think if you're not trying to do, you're missing out on a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys
Exactly.
all been a blessing.
There's a couple of guys that go out regularly here, and lately my schedule was different. I was living upstate, whatever. But one guy, he's out east. He's his channel is Montauk is Strange, so he always has that secondary camera up, and we see that different point of view. And another guy, Rob, he's just subscriber, long-term subscriber turned friend that lives locally, and Larry too. Like, but those are guys that don't have a camera up. You know what I mean? So like, it's an extra pair of eyes. It's like, it's good to bounce things off, and see what they see, or ask them what they see, or it's a lot of fun. It really is. Like it's you could show people so much differently in person than you can through that lens. It just doesn't bring it home.
That's why we love taking out subscribers, and we do it. If they can get here to our areas, we will take them out.
Cool.
I mean, I wish we had $1 billion to fly them all here from around the world or wherever.
Somebody asked that earlier. I think it might have been Brian Scott, actually. I think he said he was going on the road, so with his trailer or his camper, whatever, this year. So if he could stop by you guys and do a night hunt.
Oh yeah, we'd love to take them out.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yes, these are some great guests. Oh, I don't know. What did I get rid of it? Okay. Have you had any recent Class 1 sightings? I don't even know what the classes are, so I apologize.
I don't know, but I had something weird on thermal the other last time.
Yeah, you want to see some good thermals? Look at all the thermals that's on the Cameraman Crew's Facebook.
Yeah, scared the crap out of me.
Thank you so much, Native Medicine Bear Club woman. Thank you, guys.
Ramona, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ramona.
Oh, Arliss, thank you for being here. Thank you, guys.
Arliss, thank you.
I know it's getting late, so thank you guys for being here. See, sometimes it's like it gets late for some people, and then like other people pop in because it's like 6, almost 6:30 on the West Coast. So like people are like getting off work, and then they start rolling in, and like
absolutely,
it's weird, Like if I do one at like 9 in the morning, I'll get like all the people across the pond. You know what I mean? Because it's like they're ahead of us, and so
yeah, it's nighttime for them, morning for us.
Good night, RG. I hope you and Miss Linda have a great night. See, like this, Jeffrey snuck in the side door. Oh, he's saying goodnight.
Jeffrey, he's got the keys to the side door.
DJ Rock, thank you. Have a great night.
DJ Rock, thank you. God bless you.
You're a legend too, Larry. Thank you.
You are the legend.
Yeah, like Larry reached out to me one day, and like he had a sighting in my hometown, no less. And I got over there as soon as I could the next day. And we were walking out there, and we had to go down the side of the road, and it was blistering hot, and we were trying to like find the exact spot, and we popped in the woods, and sure as shit there was the power lines real close by, and it was cool, man, because they were still there, which was really cool. I was like, it was an area where I was like concerned. I'm like, maybe they were just passing through, but they were still in the area, which was a beautiful thing.
That's awesome, man. But I'm going to get off here too. It's getting late.
Yep.
9:30.
Yeah, I was going to wrap up. I was going to wrap up around a few minutes from now, so that works. If you guys are good, you guys good?
Yeah.
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 Dwarf, I got to pick your brain, brother. I haven't got to talk to you yet. I got to pick your brain.
I'll definitely be diving into your guys' channels, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Brown Dwarf.
Yeah.
Oh, Alaska.
That we keep on losing you. But yeah, I'd love to pick your brain.
Cool. Oh yeah, he's got a lot going on. He's very yeah. He's got a lot. He's got a lot to offer.
He knows a lot. He's just like, okay, yep.
What's up?
Yep.
Very humble, very chill.
You gotta
very
be
chill and very humble.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you don't gotta be. Like, there's, I see people who aren't. Well, anyway, I appreciate you, fellas. I really do.
Well, thank you for having us, man. Hit that subscribe button. Mike's a great guy. Great channel. Does great stuff. Follow him.
And Mike, once again,
Brown Dwarf.
Really
follow him.
Comfortable, relax, man. I love the atmosphere. I appreciate the invite, man. Yeah. No, thank you, Cameraman and Trapper. Salute, MT. Yeah, we'll be in touch, you guys. And anytime you know where to reach me. If not, get a hold of Mike and man, chop it up like this anytime.
All right,
love to.
Good.
Yeah, definitely.
Love to.
All right, bro.
Thank you, guys. Mike, love you, man.
Love you too, bro. Have
You're
a good
awesome
night,
guy.
guys.
Good night.
Thank you.
Guys, Mike, Trap, love yous, man.
You too, bro.
Everybody out there, hit that subscribe button. Check us out. Hope we can see you on one of our lives and see what we can find.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'm gonna drop you out, I guess.
All right.
All right. Good night. Thanks,
Good night.
Mike.
I don't know if I did it right. Oh, there it goes. All right, cool. All right, my friends. I'm going to cut out too. Appreciate you so much. The links are in the chat. I think Camping with Sasquatch was dropping them, throughout. Please go hit the subscribe. Check them out, please. You won't regret it. You really won't regret it. There's not a lot of people doing night investigations, night outings, whatever. They're basically just getting started. They're on the road. They're going to be on the road. They're going to be coming out here. I think they might have said it out loud here. If you didn't hear it, they are planning on making their way out here at some point. So that's going to be exciting because these guys, they got some good stuff going on. And I think the energy mix will be a blessing. So Mike's site again. MT Paranormal Life. Yeah, great guys. Yeah, gotta love them. Good night, Jim. Great guys for sure. Thank you, my friends. Everybody who came in, there he is. Oh, verbatim. So, yes, it was fun. Thank you so much, Bob. Thank you, CP. Appreciate you guys. All you guys were so active, so appreciated. And legends. It's the only way to put it. Sure, live streams in the field, can't beat it, especially after dark. I don't know why they say after dark, right? It's just dark. Whatever. All right, my friends, I'm out of here. I'm going to cut out because I don't want to just fill up the air and waste space after those guys were up here because that was legendary. Much appreciated, all of you guys. If you got any questions, come find us. Appreciate you. Thank you.